Welcome to episode 250 of the Working Fans Podcast, Memorial Day weekend.
Say with your
Dave,
chest.
we know you're in the bread business. Let us know what you got going on this weekend.
Bread. I like bread. This is what one of my kids will say.
Now, are you going to be able to fit in King of the Ring? Because King of the Ring, Saturday, I believe, 1 o'clock?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be out on the road with another comrade of ours in the bread business now who helps get some work done. Little PBC action. So I might have King and Queen of the Ring, like on my phone on the side when I'm in the vehicle. I'm going to probably have him drive. And I'll see what I can sneak in. You know, we're also going to be meeting up in the afternoon, so maybe I'll get the first hour. So probably broken. I don't think I'm going to get to watch it like in completion live.
And what about Double or Nothing? I know Sundays are usually not good days for you, but Monday is the holiday day.
Right. So yes, because of that holiday, even though I will be working the next day, I don't have to get up super early. So yes, Sunday Double or Nothing, I'm all in, to quote another pay-per-view. Yeah, we'll work on that too, how we want to do that if you're down or whatever in our personal lives. But
I know I've got to bring that up because as you're seeing this, Dave and I are wearing amazingly what we wore last week because we are pre-recording this because I'm going to be going to the woods of Maine for a couple days.
Yeah.
And I am not going to be here on the day this airs. So we're doing this ahead, previewing King of the Ring. We'll talk off air, Dave, but I've been toying with when to come home, and I might aim to come home to be here for Double or Nothing that night. But let's talk about these two cards. And we're going to start with the King and Queen of the Ring preview because as of now, there's two matches on this card that we can't really preview for you. It's the men's King of the Ring finals and the women's Queen of the Ring finals. So let's, instead of like previewing the match, let's speculate who we think are going to end up in these two finals. And that's a great idea when I realized we probably haven't pulled up the brackets.
I can tell you the men's finals right off the top of my head because the Raw side is Jey Uso and Gunther. And the SmackDown side is, well, that's going to be determined tonight still. We still have Tama Tonga and LA Knight. And I believe Randy Orton. Ooh, you can tell I already think Randy's going to win this one. I'm trying to remember who. Oh, Escobar.
Yeah, so. I mean, that really feels like it's going to be a Randy Tonga situation.
Yeah, it's going to be
as much as I like LA Knight, I don't think he's going to be in there. And then on the other side, it could be equal parts Gunther. It could be equal parts Jey Uso.
We talked about this earlier that you could definitely do Jey Uso Tonga, but we
did talk about this last week.
Yeah, well, we already let people know what's going on here. Same clothes, baby, same clothes. But I think that what's going to happen is maybe Tama's going to cost Jay, and then Jay will return the favor, and I think we'll get we'll get Gunther and Randy Orton in the finals. Because I think Gunther's going on to bigger and better things. And I think this is a stepping stone after that Intercontinental title reign he had. I think he's going to add King of the Ring to his resume.
Yeah, because it's weird. It's like the Gunther Randy Orton is an interesting matchup. But on the other side, you also have, if you got Jey and Tama Tonga in the finals, that would be another way to progress that storyline forward with the bloodline. Now on the ladies side, who do you see in that Queen of the Ring finals? I would have thought Shayna Baszler, but wildly Io Sky upset her this Monday. So
yeah. We got Io Sky and Valkyria on one side, and we got Tiffany Stratton versus Bianca Belair when this is going on, and Jade Cargo and Nia Jax. I think Jade will beat Nia and look impressive doing it because I think she'll do some kind of big slam or something. I gonna guess that Stratton will cheat Bianca, and I think Jade beats Stratton in that semifinal. And then I got Io Sky cheating Valkyria. I think Valkyria's had a nice run, but I think it's just gonna come down to Jade and Sky, and I got Jade all day.
Yeah, I was wondering if they would give Valkyria that early boost since she has just got up to the main roster. So those are our thoughts on the King and Queen of the Ring matches, but there are a couple other matches on this card, if I'm not mistaken, right?
There is. We got Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. I got this feeling that Liv's going to take the title.
I think so too. Do you think we see Liv take the title and possibly the debut of this new Wyatt faction?
Oh, I'm going a different direction. I think she's going to be involved with Judgment Day. I think she'll be involved with Dom. And I think that it's going to set up her being a part of it and start the division here where Ripley comes back as a babyface. And you may even see Damian Priest on the outs and be with, because you've already seen where Damian's had issues with certain people.
Wow, that's so much more interesting. What other matches do we have on this card?
We got Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed for the Intercontinental Championship. I want to see Gable get this title at some point, but I just don't think they're going to pull it off yet. I don't think this is the place to do it. I think Sami will hold on to this title, but I think it is interesting if Gable does pull this off, given the new storyline of him berating all the teammates and everything.
If we didn't have that possible Liv Morgan title change that we think we're going to see, I would guess that triple threat matches, champion doesn't have to be pinned to lose that title. Right. So I could see the possibility of Sami losing it. But given how we think the Liv Morgan match is going to play out, and I'm with you too, that I would like to see Chad get it eventually. I don't think this is the moment.
I think we're going to disagree on some double or nothing results, but I don't know if we will here, because the final match is Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul, title for title. And although it's interesting they're doing title for title, I just can't see Cody losing this championship yet. Now, you could definitely shock the world. You could definitely create a lot of buzz and probably anger some people if you put this title on Logan Paul. I just don't see it happening yet. I got to go Cody.
Yeah, there would have to be some wild kind of fuckery involved to somehow change that title, but it doesn't even feel right because I don't know if Logan Paul, it would definitely get eyes on them and it would be noteworthy, but I don't know if the WWE necessarily looks at him as like a champion right now, a heavyweight champion.
It's weird though that Cody's going to be a dual champion, have the U.S. title after that. So we'll be interested to see how that gets worked out if Cody wins, unless there's going to be some kind of DQ finish screw job thing here.
Definitely. So that is one big pay-per-view we have ahead of us this weekend. We are ending the weekend with Double or Nothing, and AEW been on a recent uptick. I think some TV has gotten better. Some has been a little suspect. Obviously, Tony Khan taking that bump a few weeks ago and getting attacked. That was a little more on the suspect side of AEW things. I feel like since then, they have done decent with the story. And we're leading into the big pay-per-view, one of arguably their two biggest of the year. What are the matches on the card so far? Because we know Tony's going to add some last minute, but we've already got a good amount announced.
Yeah, I mean, right away, one of the big matches has been promoted for a while out of this is Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné. I think this has got to be Mercedes' time. I love the story behind it, the accidental maybe story that, Willow Nightingale won that New Japan Strong Women's Championship over Mercedes, and they have that to kind of go for out of her real life injury, and it creates a backstory. I like that Mercedes ended up winning the Owen Cup, and now she's this TBS Women's Champion. But at the end of the day, I don't think you bring Mercedes in to have her lose her first big match on pay-per-view.
They've been lining this up for so long, and they've really got you feeling like it's going to be Mercedes' time. So, yeah, I see Mercedes winning this match as much as I enjoy Willow.
Another matchup we got here, International Championship, Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay. Ospreay's on a tear. I don't see him losing yet. So, to me, he'll win this championship here. Maybe Wardlow is unable to help, and that creates more tension in the Undisputed Kingdom. But at the end of the day, I say Will Ospreay is here to bring prestige to this championship.
Yeah, I will be very surprised if Will doesn't win this. This has been the best that Roderick Strong's been in a while in wrestling, especially in AEW. I've liked the place he's had with that title. A great match with Kyle O'Reilly at the last pay-per-view. It's him versus Ospreay. There's really only one choice, I think.
Tony Storm, timeless Tony Storm with Luther and Mariah May versus Serena Deeb. I like Serena. I think she's a great wrestler. I would not mind her winning the championship, but I just don't feel like they've put her in a position where these fans are really behind her I feel like it's got to be Tony Storm. I just don't think they're going to take the title off her yet.
Yeah, Serena Deeb, great in ring. Really one of the better parts of the AEW women's division. Haven't necessarily seen her in a while. She had that recent comeback. She's not going to be the one to take out Tony Storm. And I think AEW is doing it well because the last couple people Tony has gone up against, great matches, but not necessarily people. They're people that you could believe could win the title, but not necessarily people that you definitely see winning it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like they're good contenders, but they can't take it off her yet.
Another person I don't think they can take it off yet. AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana, it says. Will it be? Will Prince Nana have turned on Swerve? Christian Cage has been taking away everything from Swerve so far. He got the Mogul Embassy. He got that picture of his family. So he took out one of his dreads. Christian Cage. I wonder if Nana will turn. That's the story to me here. Will Nana turn on Strickland? However, Strickland's not dropping this title yet. Sorry, Christian Cage. Love this guy. He's a great heel. But I think we're in the Swerve Strickland era right now.
Yeah, I thought this was a weird matchup for this pay-per-view because Christian's good in ring. He's doing some of his best work in a while. I see this matchup and I just don't see Christian taking that title. They've definitely done good story-wise. And that was one thing I thought about this week when I saw Strickland come out by himself, is that entrance missed the Nana dance. And I'm like, damn, Nana's suffering almost as much as Strickland from not being there. So I'd like to hope that Nana comes over to his side. But yeah, Swerve's got to be retaining this one.
All right, another big matchup. IWGP Championship. John Moxley versus Kanoshka Takeshita.
Now, that's an eliminator match, if I'm seeing that correctly, right?
It is an eliminator match. You're right. If there's a win, he will receive a title shot. So
it's weird because that feels like a Dynamite match. Why not do the match on Dynamite and make the match at the pay-per-view for the championship?
It is strange. I think
it's going to be a good match. It's going to be interesting seeing Takeshita put himself in line for that title. It's Moxley, and you know what? Fuck it. Takeshita wins, and he gets a title shot at a later point where he ends up not winning the title.
I could see that, but I'm going to go Moxley. Well, we're going to disagree on something today. So Malachi Black versus Adam Copeland, TNT Championship.
Barbed wire steel cage match, I believe.
I don't have that listed down, but that was something they mentioned on TV the other day. So we'll go with that. And it doesn't change my mind. I'm going with Copeland still.
Oh, wow. See, I got Malachi Black taking it. They've got the stipulations are kind of in his favor, arguably. Either way, this is going to be like a contender for match of the night. But yeah, I see Malachi taking that title.
Copeland will have to join the House of Black then. So we'll see how that goes, which I guess will create more of a storyline. So we'll see
if he loses.
That was one of the things they mentioned on Dynamite this week.
I like that.
We'll see. Anarchy in the Arena match. The Elite, Okada, Jack Perry, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson versus Bryan Danielson, FTR, and Darby Allin. Great to see Darby back. I'm not picking them. I'm going with the Elite because they're on a heel run here, and I don't think it makes sense for them to lose yet. I think we're going to build to them losing at some point. I certainly don't see Okada losing yet. So I say we build, and right now it's the heels' turn. The heels will win here.
I have to agree with you. It's going to be a wild match. The second we saw Darby get put into the match, it's going to be next level with the stunts that are going on. Anarchy in the Arena, Stadium Stampede, matches like that always show out big for AEW. And the Bucks and the Elite really have been the centerpiece of TV recently.
Well, there you have it, folks. There's our predictions. What do you think, Joseph? Is there anything you want to add to this? Is there anything that can make this better?
I do want to add because it's Memorial Day weekend, guys. It is the start of the summer. And you've been hearing us talk about them since February when we got the sponsorship. But this is really their time of the year. It's a great summer alcoholic drink for you to take to the beach, to the park, to Maine with you wherever you go. And that is Game Up Hard Hydration. If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store. And if you are looking for a great summer read for you, there's plenty of books out there, but there is one book you need to check out, and that is Wrestle Black Bart.
Hey, all you goddamn wrestling fans out there, listen, old Black Bart has got a book. It's called Wrestle Black Bart. It's got some dadgum good stories in there about some dadgum good wrestlers.
Read stories of Dusty Rhodes, Devon Eric, Scott Casey, Sergeant Slaughter, Roddy Piper, Mr. Fuji, Ron Bass, Bruiser Brody, Mike Davis, The Grappler, and many others.
And I guarantee you one thing, that it'll be the best dadgum read you've had in a long, long time.
Get your book today at Russellville.com or on Amazon. Russellville, it's where wrestling lives.
And it is Memorial Day weekend, Monday. Check out our interview with Missy Hyatt. She has a great story in the wrestling industry. This is not an interview you're going to want to miss. And if you're looking for another great collection of wrestling stories, there's only one place to go.
Read about the Northern Wrestling Federation in the book presented by Russellville.com, The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 2. Hear the story of Roger Ruffin, the man who trained Carl Anderson, the Monster Abyss, Jordan Clearwater, Chris Harris, and Jillian Hall.
Plus 45 other short stories, including Jazz, Bobby Eaton, Kamala, Thunder Rosa, Mario Mancini, Scott Casey, PJ Black, Kerry Morton, Sal Renaro, Jeremiah Plunkett, Colby Carino, Bam Bam Malone, and many others.
Get your book today at Russellville.com. Russellville, it's where wrestling lives.